Hey Soul Tribe, Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. I don't know what happened to the last live. I just tried to start, but when I started it, it said no, live streaming is not available at this moment. So I said, oh, let me try it again. So here we are. So thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, the views, subscribes, the comments, donations, everything. I appreciate it all. Let's go ahead and ring the bell. Let's go ahead and clear out this energy. And then we'll just see what the message the Spirit has for us, okay? There was like some gaps in there. During the pre-shuffle, I just saw that somebody lost their gifts. I feel like this person had received warning after warning after warning until they could no longer receive any more warnings. And so now they've lost their gifts. Bottom of the deck, Chariot. Someone or something is moving forward. Someone or something is moving forward, but like I said, without something. Because they did too much and somebody didn't expect this to happen. They didn't see that there was warnings time and time and time again. They didn't realize that somebody was being tricked out of their gifts, out of their inheritance. Somebody had even warned this person about this warlock. Someone had said, hey, careful, because this warlock is going to be making plans with you because they see that you're young, that you don't have a lot of worldly experience, but this person's going to lie to you like they have all the experience in the world. You're going to receive all these burdens, all these spells that didn't work that are coming back on you, all this karma, and you're going to have to defend yourself. You're going to have to protect yourself because relying on somebody who was not there to really do you any good. This person was there to steal, to kill, and destroy. This person had one goal in mind, and that was to break someone else's heart. That was it. This is someone that, because they saw that demonic, devilish energy. Hey, J. Mike, how are you? What's the message, Spirit? See, this person was being guided to leave a long time ago. But instead of leaving, this person decided that they weren't going to listen, that they were just going to create this instead. But now, after creating a mess for so long, after being urged and guided for so long to leave, basically leave the life of crime, that somebody's sitting back and they're thinking, wait, like how, where did I go wrong? What turn did I make? What road was I on? But you can't ever go back. It was a test. It was a direction. It was a decision between right and wrong. This person has to think back to when they made that decision to do wrong as opposed to doing right. What made them make that decision to go down the wrong path as opposed to going up the right way? Someone is trying to connect the dots. They're trying to remember. They're trying to remember what their assignment is because they remember now they're here for a reason. They're here for a purpose. Someone is trying desperately to remember what their purpose was. And it's like now it's like they had some type of realization, some type of aha moment that they're here for a reason. And it wasn't to work with this person. It was not to work with this person. This person is convinced of this now because everything that they tried to do with this person, it didn't work. It didn't work. It did not work. In fact, that person would ask them for money. And then whenever they didn't get money, they would get upset. They would start saying all this shit. They start throwing shit, being very passive aggressive, being very disrespectful in the communication. They just acted like a motherfucking fool. Now someone understands the reason why you separated yourself so that you could heal yourself from that fool. And see, somebody thought that they were smarter than that they were smarter than you, that they was wiser, that they was brighter, that they knew how to navigate. They could be able to tell. They could never be manipulated. They could never be beat down so much that they're afraid to actually leave. They're afraid to actually make a move because they felt like they were superior to you. Well, come to find out, they're actually not superior. They were just as confused. But the difference between you and them is you fought to break free. Whereas this person just sat there and they got closed in this cycle with this monster, with this devil, with this toxic energy, trapped, stuck. All because somebody thought that they knew the world better than you. Now somebody's thinking about everything that they lost. They definitely could have lost their family. They lost their inheritance. And they lost their gift. All because somebody couldn't recognize when somebody who was causing confusion was talking to them and manipulating them, getting them stuck. The one thing somebody swore that they couldn't do, they too strong, their mind is too strong. They tried, but they'll never succeed. Huh? Ma'am? Here I come. Mm-hmm. Something about the crowd is not that special anymore. They don't really want to do stuff anymore to please the crowd, because every time now they see that they got themselves in a little bit of a pickle, in just a little bit of a pickle. Now they don't want to do anything to please the crowd, because the crowd is what got them fucked up. Damn it, there's a fly in here. And they feel so left out in the cold, especially since you said, you know what, do you, I'm gonna do me. And now this person is looking at you, and they're looking at them. They're looking at the state of you, and they're looking at the state of them, and they're seeing that you look like you're doing a hell of a lot better doing you than they are with that motherfucking bozo that they was following, trying to do them. And here you are, just doing you. What's the message, Spirit? I thought I saw something flip. Must have flipped back over. Mm-hmm. They did it to themselves this time. And you know what the thing is? This is that same crew, all them friends that they had, these are the same friends that's sticking the knives in their back. Mm-hmm. All them friends that they had. I feel like this is somebody who was thinking that they was following a mother figure, but this person was actually a witch. This is somebody who was saying, oh no. This is somebody who was actually a witch. And what they were trying to do was get this person stuck, get this person to follow them, because they didn't love the person. They wanted the money. So they told the person, they put a love spell on the person to make it seem like, oh no, I love you. No. But they didn't. They just wanted that money. Mm-hmm. But see, God had made a different plan. God made a different judgment call. Something about, they don't like it that God chose you to be the matriarch. God chose you to be the matriarch because you've passed all those tests. You've been so pleasing in God's eyes. And above all, you did not hesitate to tell the truth. You listened to what God said to do. You didn't doubt God. You obeyed God. You didn't say, no, I don't want to. Or maybe you did say it, but you didn't. And that's what God likes. The fact that you obeyed God. Faithful servant. So much pain, so much misery. And when God said, listen, it's time for you to leave, you were like, I don't want to leave. God said, it's okay. Leave. And you left. Because you saw what they was trying to do to you. That's why God had to intervene. And that person that was smug, the person that didn't believe in you, now everything is on pause. Everything is on stuck. Everything they're having an enlightening experience. They're having to sit back and watch you get everything that you want. This is somebody who didn't feel that you were even a high priestess or a high priest, that doubted your gifts. Lo and behold, they have the same gifts, except that they chose to use their gifts to do wrong, whereas you chose to do your gifts to do right. Big difference. So pleased with my faithful servant. That's why not only is your gift growing, but God is sending you out on a whole new path, a brand new lease on life. And somebody else is sitting back. Now they're having money problems. Now they're withdrawn from society. They don't want to be bothered. Now they're sitting here wondering why they did not go, why they didn't try and celebrate with you. Because if they would have celebrated with you, then their life would have been balanced. 11, and justice. But instead, they decided to go against you. And now nothing is adding up. One or two more. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, you were being rewarded. You were being rewarded. Here's 10 cups right here. You got some new love coming in, baby. You've got some new love coming in. You are being rewarded. One more, please. Thank you. With a new boo. You being rewarded with somebody who it looks at you seriously, takes you seriously. You come on, somebody who's about their stability, who's mature, has their own. This ain't somebody that got roommates and living in their mama's basement and stuff like that, trying to move you in with their mama's basement with the mama's dog and shit. This ain't that person. Mm-hmm. Plan for it, because your world is getting ready to be completely different. Completely different. Let's see. Let's check out this one. Bottom of the deck. Chronic multitasker. This is that person. This person is just trying to do stuff to stay busy because they don't want to think about what they have actually done. Instead of, because what they did was with this deadline server, they knew there was like a certain amount of time they had to talk to you, to get with you or whatever, but they chose not to, even though they knew that you could have been somebody's mother, but they was out here disrespecting somebody in the damn streets instead of trying to clean it up. No, they thinking that, well, if I don't say nothing, it'll go away. When does that ever happen? Just like cars teleporting in the middle of the road causing accidents. No, this is a serial killer. This is somebody who had a problem. This is somebody who need to get some help. This is somebody who seriously had a serious addiction. Okay? Whether that addiction was making you feel bad, was causing mayhem, wherever they go, was lying, was stealing, cheating, whatever. It's somebody who needed some help. And they know they need some help. It's like they're really crying on the inside. What else, Spirit? Somebody who's trend chaser, always trying to see what everybody else thinks, what everybody else wants, what everybody else, trying to be the first, trying to do the most, to be the first, trying to do the most. That's when they got messed up. So somebody who's trying to, like I said, they're trying to do the most. They're trying to be all nice to their friends and wasting money doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to buy friends right now because everybody's looking at them like, damn, wait, what happened? Mm-hmm. See, this is somebody who was planning stuff down to a T on the pain that was going to inflict on you. But something happened and it didn't go through, didn't go right. They had to put a snooze on it. And whenever they put a snooze on it, it put them into a pretzel, an agitated state of mind, you know. And then they said I couldn't do this, so now they had to kind of do this because they had a plan. But now that plan has been foiled, they don't want to be around anybody. Hey, True Blue, and they're not returning calls, none of that, because everybody's sitting there talking to them, talking about some. Why was you such a drama queen? You know, this is somebody that sitting here. You know, they used to be like always trying to be. You know, where you do that FaceTime, always trying to FaceTime somebody. Not anymore. Now they feel like they're too embarrassed to pick up the phone when somebody's trying to FaceTime them. They don't want to answer the phone now. They don't want to answer the phone. You know, they could have been talking about you, a Planned Parent. You know, who knows? Maybe you smoke weed or something. They talk about da 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 da. You know, and they talk about some. See, that's why I'm healthy. That's why I do this, and I take my phobia. I take my priority, but I take my this and that, the other, and I supplement, and I do this, and I drink my shake with about 15 eggs and raw milk and shit in it every morning. Somebody who thought they was better than you. Somebody who forgot that maybe they came up under you. Somebody who's always trying to sit there and say, no. The reason is you know, that they're lying on you. They're making up shit. This person is caught making up shit. Allah Marcia. And I forgot to do the pool for your daughter last one. I'll do it this time. I forgot. Sorry. Yes, somebody was supposed to do something. They were supposed to clean it up, but they put it off. They put it off. Instead, they said, I'll wait. I'll just do this. I'll do that. Okay, so now they sitting here looking like the crazy cat lady all by themselves because that's all they got is just cats. You know, they possibly put up a video dogging you, going off on you, and they knew that you wasn't going to see it because you ain't on none of their social media accounts. Talking about how lame you were, what a bad person you were, how horrible you are, and you would never even know because you're not even on their social media. This is somebody who posts regularly, all that shit. What's the message? Greedy ass, and won't share for nothing. Won't share for nothing. You know, and then this meditation mishap. It's like this person cannot sit still and meditate because whenever they do, they don't see beautiful things. They see all the skeletons in their closet. That's why they cannot meditate. What's the message? I'm telling you, there's somebody that always got a roommate. Always got a roommate. This is somebody who cannot pay their bills on their own. They always got a roommate. You know, it's somebody who always got, like, for this meme lord, like, always want to you know how they have the little videos, and they'll be looking at these videos, and then they'll take a little snippet and create a meme, and they'll send it to their friends because they think it's funny. You know, somebody who's want to talk all out, be all showboaty. They used to be all showboaty, but not anymore. Not anymore. Especially whenever they were sitting there talking about you, calling you the crazy cat lady. But now look, they can't even meditate. They the crazy cat lady now. All because somebody took too damn long. You know? Somebody thought that they was gonna be able to just slide right by you. Or slide right past that apology, you know. Maybe go out and buy you something. They just think about what they're gonna buy you, you know. Not anymore. Play themselves. Bottom of the deck. But they hopeful. They are hopeful because right now they are feeling shattered. They're feeling shattered because they definitely feel the distance, and they only feel the distance because of the chaos that they caused. This person is sitting here suffering in silence while you sitting here recharging. You breathing, you letting it go, you clearing your mind, sitting here sipping your tea. And this other person, they was sipping them tea too. They was being nosy, spreading all rumors, gossiping, acting all lustful, doing stupid shit to get cheap thrills. But you know what? Them cheap thrills gave somebody some consequences. They thought that you was just taking a vacation. They thought, oh, they'll be back. They ain't going nowhere. But now they see that you have cut ties. Now they're looking for, now they longing for you. They longing for those moments of closeness, you know. They want to talk. They want to have a reunion. They want that mutual respect now. Now they want it because they all paranoid. They feel insecure. They feel like people out to get them. They feel cautious as they should. See, somebody was all in their masculine energy. They thought that they was going to discipline you. They was going to show you how the game was played. Okay? And they did. Now they're in isolation. Now they don't like how the game was played. Because now everybody looking at them like they a fucking psychopath because they fucking burned bridges. All because they was looking for some gamble. As if a little as apology can make up for the toxic behavior that this person has shown you, given you, thrown your way. To sit here and say that you are exhausted is the best thing that you can call it right now. You have had your fill. You were done. You were burnt out. All because somebody didn't want to grow up. They asked for this distance. Now they feel trapped. All that masculine energy now feels isolated and shattered because you put up some serious boundaries. They don't know what to do. They thought they had an easy in, like, don't they know my name? Now somebody misses you. Now they want to talk to you. You know? I bet they do. What you want to talk about? The weather? Sports? What you want to talk about? Let's talk about your cheap thrills and how it has really serious consequences. Let's talk about that. You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. You want to talk about how this nightlife? See, somebody refused to burn these bridges with this nightlife. They refused to stop all that fastness so they could just stop and smell the roses. You know, they feel like they drowning over their head because these karmics are all around them. Somebody learned the lesson that they thought that you was going to learn, and they feel hopeless because you know what? They don't know who is who anymore. They knew that who you was because you was always true blue, the real deal, how they feel. But now you got them blocked, and you moving on. You ain't got nothing to say, and you stopped calling. That is the only reason that this person is having an epiphany. That you know what? They was a lot of it egotistical. Oh, because somebody was trying to get a glow up off of you. But they didn't know that you was protected by Archangel Michael. They didn't know that there was going to be some divine intervention here. They didn't know that Archangel Michael was going to stop them from causing you any harm today, tomorrow, and every day from there on. Yes, spirit has a very serious love affair with you, feminine energy, because of your gentleness. You know, but this person, they wanted to have just a down low, dirty little secret love affair with you. And they don't want you to know about that little down low, secret, dirty love affair. Even Sasha agrees. That's right, baby. What's the message? Yeah, all right, baby. Let it cool down a little bit more if you go out there. What's the message? Anything else? Thank you. Yeah, this person is stressed out. This person is so stressed out. All this because of they were, for whatever reason, envious of your feminine energy because you have these certain gifts. Well, they have their own gifts. They just need to work on that shit. Hey, Addie. But their envy has led them to legal issues dealing with these damn karmics. And this person is trying to suffer in silence, like you're not gonna find out. You're gonna hear about it. You want to go out there? Let her out. Sorry, y'all. Somebody said, why don't you just keep the doors open? I don't like flies. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, now somebody, like I said, somebody having an epiphany that they are a little bit of a narcissist. They was being a little opportunistic, you know, and they fragile. You know, so they didn't have a problem. They didn't have a problem walking on nobody else. They didn't have a problem walking on nobody else, but they didn't want nobody to walk on them. You see what I'm saying? They realizing this shit now. Why somebody was like, I'm good. All that bullshit that they thought that they could just do without even having to consider you, that shit was wishful thinking. Just like this second chance, wishful thinking. Because that level of disrespect is what you decided to put a line in the sand and had to defend yourself. That level of disrespect, there was too much dis in that disrespect. What's the message? See, somebody, they got their trajectories mixed up. They was on the down slope and you was on the up slope. And when y'all was passing, that's what they thought. Y'all was right here together. And that's when they thought, I'm about to lead them in the dust. Kiss my ass. And they pressed on the gas and they didn't understand why they went down like that and you shot up. Well, now they understand what all the laughter's about. Now they understand why everybody's talking about them, because they were sitting there like, dude, what the fuck? Why was you running away? And they was like, I wasn't running. Yeah, you're right. Why was you stagnant? Why was you stuck? And you know what? Like I said, these people was like, what was you doing? What was you doing? You screwed the pooch. This person is established. This person is doing $1 million, doing $1 grand. But you sitting here acting like you not somebody that you are. I mean, you acting like you somebody that you ain't. All because you trying to make yourself look like what? Somebody had to say that's not what a real man is. A real man ain't like that. It's not about how you look on the outside. It's about who you are. Somebody realized it. All that chaos all they did was burn bridges. And they feel like their life is shattered. I bet they do. And they don't know what they're going to do. They have no idea. Especially, they may be facing legal troubles, but they feel like this is karma and they don't know what's next. Especially because something about these lies is coming out. They can't stop these lies. And everybody's trying to see what's getting ready to go on. Don't know what they're going to do. That's who they're thinking about. Somebody who's vibrant about their money, about their business, loyal, secure, and they held back from this person. They held back from that person so they can go give it to this person. And this person was a witch with a coven. And here they are sitting here trying to do all these little magic spells and shit like that on this Queen of Cups, not knowing that this Queen of Cups couldn't feel that shit because this Queen of Cups has already been through that dark night of the soul and is already very connected to spirit. You can't make this up. So they don't know what they was doing except wasting their damn time. Yeah. Now somebody see all they did by holding back was break their own heart, because you was like, you know what, I'm good. I don't want it. I don't want it anymore. It's not good for me. I don't want it anymore. And somebody's sitting there thinking, well, if they bring this little cup, like, what you bringing that little cup whenever I got 9 of them for? I got 9 already. Well, I don't need your little cup. Especially if you got something up your sleeve. See, somebody that they're shocked because they didn't plan for this. They didn't think this. They thought that you was an earth angel. So they said, okay, well, then that love will take me back no matter what kind of plan, a little move I make, whatever I do, they're going to always take me back. But you said, not this time, player. This time there is no more me and you. This time it's just you. You, yourself, and you. Listening to everybody else except for themselves. Somebody named Newman. Yep. It's about some type of plan. Somebody thinking they got the whole this. Somebody said they got this whole thing mapped out. Just listen to me. I got the whole thing mapped out. And look, they didn't have shit mapped out. They ain't even have no clothes out. They ain't have no money. They ain't have no plans. They ain't have they ain't have nothing. Nothing. And they trying to bring that little cup over. Look at what you got. You already got 10. There's nothing wrong with you. You was telling the truth. And now somebody is all up in their feels. It could be drinking. And somebody trying to plan something. I'm telling you, somebody wondering if will you accept this cup? Because they see you as the wish fulfillment. And they know that they shit is blown out the damn water. So they're wondering. Like I said, they see you are that wish fulfillment because you're very truthful, and they see that them attacks did not hurt you because you already connected to God. Somebody wants to send you a message. They want to send you a message. You know that this is a message from God. It's coming through a physical person, but you know that this is a message from God. And it has to do with this spell and this coven and this witch. I feel like this spell that had you stuck for so long until you figured out some sort of puzzle, but you started working on something, and now you have cracked the code, and now you have been set free. They can no longer hold you. And trust me, they have tried, and they have tried to hold you back. But guess what? They can no longer hold you back. So every time you move forward, every time you get stronger, it gets a little bit tighter for them. They feel those ropes a little bit more. This is the person who's thinking, why didn't they see this? And they know it's too late for them to go through that portal. They know that they are stuck with these lies. Damn it, there's a fly in here. Yeah, they missed it. They know that you get this gift. this inheritance, this money, this love, this you get this gift, and this person doesn't know what's going ready to happen to them. But they do know that things are turning, but they're not turning in the direction that they had hoped. And they're looking at you and they see that God has made that decision and you are healed. Let me let this girl in. Hopefully no flies. Damn it. Look, girl. I didn't have no flies with you. Come on, hurry up. Okay. Mm-hmm. Say somebody else. Yeah. See, they thought that they was the important part of the relationship. But when you laid this relationship to rest, and that's whenever you showed out to be the matriarch. You showed out to be the matriarch. You know, they thought that they was wearing the big pants. No. They found out that the position called for panties. Mm-hmm. What's the message? Thank you. And they didn't get it because there was no loyalty on their part. None. No loyalty on their part. And that's why they're stuck. They're stuck from being able to get this. They don't get this. They're stuck. Oh, and they is so upset too. They're thinking, why wasn't I loyal? That's all it called for was loyalty, integrity, honesty. That's all it called for. What's the message? Mm-hmm. Now somebody wants to walk away from everything, from everyone that they knew before, because they know that you walked away, and you walked away, and it's like you don't even want to be bothered. You're not reaching out. You don't want them to call you. You just want to go away. You just want to be done with it because you understand that the egregious rumors and lies that they said about y'all, about your relationship, about you, was just too much to bear. Too much to bear. And you tried to do so much for this person, but they didn't want to do so much. But all they did was talk about you, called you begging, said you this, said you that, said you this, said you that. I felt like at one point somebody had even told them, hey, you better be careful. Because sometimes what you put out there is coming back on you and you don't realize it. Because see, somebody could see somebody was saying some stuff, but somebody didn't realize, and they kept going. They didn't take heed to warning. They kept going and crossed you out. But the truth of the matter is, you've always been independent. You've always been on your own. You've always been doing what was right. You always gave back. Even when you didn't have to give, you gave. And now somebody is upset, this King of Wands. Very upset because these secrets have come out about the way in which somebody was moving. They didn't expect somebody to be a hidden enemy and to be moving like that. And now this person is kind of stuck and they don't know what to do because that, like they was working on something for this person, but they don't know what what to do, if they should actually do that or not. Because they feel like if they give it to this person's going to act like a fool and really start trying to, be overbearing and too much to deal with. I feel like this person is going to have a conversation with this person about this money, and let this person know that maybe, you know what, maybe they changed their mind, or they see things differently, because they're afraid that this person is going to be manipulated. Could be by a Leo, but somebody who's a witch. That this person would be manipulated by this person and give all the money and stuff like that. And then everything that this person spent all this time working hard for, they wouldn't have nothing. So they've made a decision about this money, about this inheritance, about this will, about this, that they was going to have this high priestess take care of family business, because they know that this high priestess is led by God and will do the right thing. They told this other person, listen, they know that this other person made a pact and was being led and doing these magic tricks, and they didn't think that they saw them. They said, they didn't think that I saw you, but I saw you. And that's why they had to put an end to it. This fly better get the hell away, because I'm about to put an end to it too. Somebody was acting like a fool. They was acting reckless. They was doing stuff that they didn't even care. They was just acting reckless. They was acting like a fool. They was throwing all caution to the wind, But something now is, I feel like this person is about to, this is that giving and receiving. I feel like this person is about to be receiving what they've been given. Yep, this person is about to be receiving what they've been giving. Oh, Jesus. And everybody's sitting back watching. Everybody's sitting back watching. It's like, this person, all they had to do was be honorable, have integrity, be humble, and treat everyone fairly. That's all they had to do. But that's the one thing they didn't do. They were egotistical. They didn't care who they hurt. And they was allowing their most darkest side to show. They didn't care who they hurt. Didn't hurt them. They didn't feel it. Hey, Red Violet, how are you? They do not care. But they care now. Because now they see that they played themselves. Now someone is looking like, wait a minute. They see that this emperor is like, wait a minute. They see that they would cut this emperor out. And that because they see how they tried to cut this earth angel out. They was doing all this for money. And what they did was they shanked themselves. That's when everything changed. That's when everything started going in your favor. And you're about to get some wish granted, some wish fulfillment. And that's because, this decision has been made. Someone's going to be traveling to you possibly two people, but somebody wants to run to you quick. Somebody wants to get to you quick. Because they want to tell you to shut up. Because you're speaking secrets. Everything is coming out in the open. You're telling secrets. This fly, I cannot stand flies. You're telling secrets that people know are the truth, that there are messages from God about how somebody was trying to do something, how somebody was trying to use these tricks and this magic and these schemes to change something and to cause other people burdens. And it was somebody that was younger, somebody younger, unsuspecting, somebody you wouldn't even think. You'd be like, wait, what? Little Timmy did this? Little Timmy? What? Child, get out. Little Timmy, he looked so innocent. Child, get out. Ooh. Yep. Little Timmy. What's the message, Spirit? I'm telling you, somebody want to try and travel to you. They want to act like they love you now. Little Timmy want to come. They want to act like they love you now because they want you to heal them. They don't want this karma. They want you to heal them. They want you to take that karma for them. Somebody kind of trying to come and they're trying to be like, well, you know how we do it in school when we pull the hair. That means we really like you. Same thing with knives. When we come at you like that, that means we love you. More lives, more love. I can't help it that I really, 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 really love your ass. I can't help it that I really like you like that. It ain't my fault. Thank you, Red Violet. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Anything else in this deck? Okay. Let's see. Stuff ain't adding up. The thing that they thought they was going to take from you, they're not getting. What they tried to take from somebody else, they're not going to receive. This is what they're getting, but this is what they need. But you getting it, especially after somebody discovered somebody else's hidden secrets, and that was just to do you wrong. It's a good thing that somebody was watching something online. They was looking online at this, and they was hearing the information that was coming out about this witch. And they knew it to be true. They knew it to be true. And then this person didn't know what they could do. They didn't know what they could do or how they could combat this. But then they said, you know what? I see what's really going on now. I see who's at play. I see why they're doing what they're doing and who is leading and guiding them. So that's when somebody came up with this plan to help defend you. And there's just this plan that this person's going to, this loving gesture, something that you deserve. This person needed you just to hold on for a little while longer. a little while longer and their plan would have been perfect. It would have been a smooth execution. But you didn't. You said, I'm not playing this game. And that's when you was gone. Somebody needed you to hold on a little bit longer for them to have the smooth execution to get all this money. But you said, I'm not doing this. I'm not playing this game. And now this person is in regret. In regret because you know what? They actually didn't even have any real feelings for you. None. They just wanted what they wanted. This person was taken over by demonic forces, dark energies. They have a black entity that's attached. This person is a fallen angel. Oh, Sasha, I'm sorry that fly keeps fucking around with you. Mama's going to get in a little bit. That person is a fallen angel. Yes. See, this person didn't honor this relationship. This person didn't even consider this relationship. This person didn't even think that this was an important relationship. You know? And now the karma is coming in. Now somebody, in ships is coming in. Something is happening. Something is approaching quickly. And somebody said, no, I got to end something. Something is going to be put to end because they know somebody is a fallen angel. And so that's why this emperor, confirmation, this emperor is being led by spirit to make these changes. It has something to do with this King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles in reverse is greedy, manipulative. Something to do with that King of Pentacles. Because like I said, somebody is a fallen angel. And this angel card fell all the way over there and upside down. It's a fallen angel. Oh, I hate flies too. Yes. And here you are. I feel like this emperor is looking at you as a star. Because no matter what, when somebody tried to come in and tried to rock your world, it didn't work. It did not work. You were still able to do whatever it was that you needed to do. You still met all your goals. You still got your fulfillment, and spirit still carried you away to a brighter and more serene space and place. And now this person who caused you so much havoc is now fighting with everybody else. Now this person is having to go through what they was trying to put you through. Because you know what? Somebody wanted to bring you some little fake ass apology. That's when judgment was called on them. They wasn't even going to bring you a real apology. They was going to bring you a fake ass apology. That's when spirit said enough is enough is enough. Because you know the truth. Baby, I'm sorry that fly keeps getting you. Hold on, y'all. Dang it. I can't. I'm going to finish up this live so I can get this fly. Because it keeps messing with my baby. Hey, Crystal Empress, 5D Clear 33. How are you? Especially before I start cooking. We'll pull some from the stack. This person was worried about the wrong thing. Definitely worried about the wrong thing. And mad because you don't need them to complete you. You know? And this person, they can't stand to see you shine. You're in your master vibration 22. And the karmic is showing them better than you could tell them because you told them about that karmic, but they act like you was hating. You wasn't hating, you was telling them the truth. So now they're finding out that you was telling them the truth without a shadow of a doubt. Telling you, somebody got their trajectories messed up. Yours is on the way up. Theirs is on the way down. They got their trajectories messed up and mixed up. Something about your grandma's house. You know, or maybe you are a grandma and somebody's asking about your house. I want to go to grandma's house. I want to go to grandma's house. That fly's just about to mess with my baby again. Hold on, let me pick up these cards and throw on the floor. But the whole time you was the prize. Whole time you was the prize. Hold on. I'm telling you, messing around with a Jezebel and a player. And this person they see now, everything was put on hold. They thought, that they was going to leave you and your stuff was just going to go on. No, you're the one that's healed. Because you're different and you're unique. You're not afraid to be you. You're not afraid to tell somebody no. You're not afraid to stand up for what is right. This is something about somebody's throat chakra. Like I said, somebody had something they needed to say, but they wasn't saying it. Now somebody is stuck in this negative energy. This may be part of their soul contract. You're basking in divine love. And they put you down because it's how they feel about themselves. And you know what? You see the fake in others. You knew when it was time to choose a new path. And you told this person it was time to choose a new path. And the person that they was messing with was a witch and was very messy. Because this is the type of person that whenever they realized they had a whole kid they never talked about, this is a messy witch. Just let that person know. Be careful about that birds of a feather. You got to be careful about the company that you keep. This is somebody who you saw was a clout chaser. And now they sitting here eating their words. All of them. Talking about the tea was, and there's somebody who talking about something, the tea was just spilled, but now they eating their words. You told this person, I hope that you heal yourself because you're remaining in the highest white light. You're not allowing nobody and nothing to get you riled up. They thought you was going to get all riled up, be all worried, be all upset, not know what to do, this, that, and yet. You was like, oh, okay, all right, well, whatever. Okay, that's what you're talking about. All right. Do me a favor. Make sure the door is locked on the way out. Enjoy. Yeah, you were not who they thought that you was. Now they in prayer because they see that you definitely leveled up. That fly still messing with you, Sasha? What's the message? Somebody should have read the room. Instead of believing somebody, they should have read the room. Now they put themselves in this mess. They got to get themselves out. They say they love you, but they still got secrets. I'm telling you, this is somebody who was greedy, selfish, stingy. They wanted all for themselves. They wanted their life and your life too. What's the message? What's the message? That's right. Where my money at? That's right, Addie. Where my money at? Yep, something about their words. Words can either heal or hurt. This is a copycat. A copycat acting like a dirty dog. Ain't that funny? This is somebody who didn't know who they was. They didn't know if they wanted to be a copycat or if they wanted to be a dirty dog. But they know one thing. They don't want this smoke. Especially because this is somebody who had this insatiable desire to cause havoc. This is somebody that was moving in silence, but you are too. And now that motherfucker is shook. And you think it's funny. Because sometimes you got to play the fool to fool the fool who think they fooling you. Especially when that fool always like to play the victim. They didn't know that the Holy Spirit was in the house. Hey, Kay. Holy Spirit in the house. You can't make this up. Hello, 44. Hello. Spirit was like, hold my beer, motherfuckers. Watch this. Somebody with an A, B, C, or D in their first, middle, or last name, they admire you. They sure do. They admire you because they know that you're in your purpose. You figured out your purpose and you're in it. They lost to their own game and their own rules. And now the only thing is for you to finish them. That's the only thing that's left. You don't want them to leave them moving. You don't want to give them an opportunity to come back after you. So, finish them. Chala. They tried to finish you. Spirit's got to get them. This could be now that you took your power back. They thought there's going to have some type of power over you. It's so short term. And now everybody's understanding that they played everyone in the end, especially since you warned them. You warned them. You warned them. She said, don't trust that fool. They was like, I can trust you. He's like, okay. Could be somebody with I, J, K, or L in their first, middle, last name, but whoever, this person is green with envy, especially this person with the Q, R, S, or T. Green with envy. Walking around here looking like the Incredible Hulk with some type of disease. Skin disease, because you know they're not the same size as the Incredible Hulk. And you know they ain't got the muscles like the Incredible Hulk. So they're looking like the Incredible Hulk with some type of disease. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna try and jump on a little bit later, especially since I don't have to work tomorrow. Yay! All right. Thank you so very much. And I look forward to seeing you all. Red Violet, J Mike, thank you, moderators. I really appreciate y'all. And everybody else that showed up in the chat, showed up and showed out. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers. Please, if you have not subscribed, please take this opportunity to subscribe now. It's free. And it means so much to me. I love y'all. See you in a little bit. Thank you so much. Kisses.